Is the IDP crisis escalating in the strife-torn state? Are displaced people facing lack of basic amenities? Is lack of employment avenues driving them to take extreme steps? Well, in a tragic incident, an internally displaced person died by suicide at a shelter home at the sericulture farm of Kwakta in the state's Bishnupur district. It has been learnt that the burden of supporting the family, providing for his children's education and other responsibilities weighed heavily on his mind, ultimately leading to his decision to take his own life. The deceased has been identified as Angom Prem Kumar, a resident of Tuibong in Churachandpur. The wife of the deceased said that living in a relief camp without any source of income had caused significant mental distress to her husband. After the incident, the kin of the deceased as well as other IDPs taking shelter at the relief camp have emphasized on the need for the government to do the needful so that violence ends as soon as possible. They feel that if this is not done, then it may lead to many more such incidents where people apprehensive of their future decide to take the extreme step. My colleague Lucky Boy joins us live from Imphal at this point in time. Lucky, a very shocking case of suspected suicide at a relief camp in Bishnupur. What is the initial assessment and what possibly forced this person to take this extreme step? Lucky.
Yes, Ronak, many internally displaced people staying in various relief camps, shelter homes opened by the government have been facing a lots of burden as there were no source of income. So they have a lots of responsibility for the families, for the education of their child, for their parents. So such many burden have gave them have affected their mind, have distressed their mind. So yes, the tragic incident occurred yesterday evening while a person staying at a Kwakta relief camp, a shelter home opened by the government, committed suicide. So his wife is also stating that if they used to stay at their own respective residence, then such incident might not be occurred. And she is requesting the government, both the state and the center, to provide the needful to the peoples who have been internally displaced due to the present turmoil. And because if such IDPs, even in the relief camp, they have been facing lots of problem, lots of inconveniences there, burden is there, many responsibilities there. So if the government fails to provide the necessary needs of the IDPs, then there might be few more such tragedy might be occurring in future. Ronak.
Right. So, Lucky, the IDPs in Manipur seem to be struggling to meet their daily needs. So how is the condition in the majority of these relief camps?
Yes, Ronak, in relief camp, the relief committee have been providing lots of daily needs like food, but they can't fulfill the other essential needs of the of human being, of a family. So like such in such cases, yes, in some parts some people having good life in relief camp, and some people staying in shelter homes are having a difficult life. Yes, there were complaints from some shelter homes that they didn't get much facilities from the side of the government, and they have been appealing and requesting the government to provide assistance. But yes, there are some lacks of assistance given to in some shelter homes. So people are again requesting in social media, in local news channels, to requesting the government to act, to hear their voice. But still, we cannot find any good response from the government, Rona.
Right. Also, Lucky, what about the rehabilitation of these IDPs? Are any houses being constructed for them?
Ronak, since the violence erupted in 3rd May, yes, government of Manipur have been constructing shelter homes at various sites, even in in the Hill District too, in Churchandpur and Kangpokpi, and in many parts in Valley District. Even though some shelter home were defunct, because many people don't like to move to the shelter home, and yes, government still the hospitals in Imphal, the RIMS and Jenims, are trying to provide a rehabilitation center by rehabilitating, by counseling them. But even though the officials counsel them, the need of a human being is many much more, but they didn't have the need. They can't fulfill their need. So this is the present distressing mind that people in IDPs are having.
Right. Lucky, and does the government have any plan in place for providing livelihood to these IDPs? Because we know that, not being able to have a good source of income was one of the primary reasons, as stated by the wife, for this man having taken this extreme step.
Yes, Ronak, on 30th December in 2023, the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh have announced that 1 lakh rupees for each family will be distributed, particularly to the IDPs. But still now, 2024, it is half year gone, but still people didn't receive any of that fund. So still people have been shouting for that. But government is, yes, assuring them they will provide the assistance from the side of the government, but still there are lots of gaps in reaching the funds to the IDP. So people are facing like the late Angom Prem Kumar in Kawa, in Kwakta relief camp. Ronak.
Right. Lucky Boy Singh, thank you very much for all those details.